This is a story about me joining the Special Olympics. When I was 10 years old, I joined the Special Olympics in my school. There are many sports you can participate in and have fun. During the spring, I would participate in the Prince George's County Special Olympics events. I started out running track and throwing ball, and as I got older, I started participating in another sport called bocce. After a couple of years playing bocce, I joined a winter sport playing basketball. During the winter, they only had basketball, and I decided to play basketball. Now I love this sport. We travel different counties playing for championship. Last fall, I joined the bowling team. I will continue play basketball with Special Olympics because one day I hope to be a professional women basketball player.
Hi, my name is Sarah Pagan. I was born with Down syndrome at Howard County General Hospital in Ellicott City, Maryland. I have a mom and dad who loves me very much. I have two brothers, Adam and Andrew. I grew up with them my whole life. We celebrate holidays such as Christmas and our birthdays when my brothers and I were born. My uncle was very happy that his number one niece and his nephew were born. Parents also came to the hospital. I love being with my family just as my grandparents, my brothers, my parents, and my cousins. Another person I love is my boyfriend named Jason. We met in Rockland Elementary School. I was in different class. He looked at me in the hallways. He always there for me. When he asked me out, so we became boyfriend and girlfriend. My younger brother, Andrew, graduating at Howard High. He lives at UMBC. Have lots of fun. I'm so happy that I get to learn things this year and to stay college and learn things this year. I got a future in my life. I want to be a wife, a mother. I know that I don't have to be afraid anymore. I have to get out of my shell, not judging Down syndrome how they look. The end.
Hi, my name is Sade Taylor, and I'm addicted to shoes. When I was 9 years old, I got my first pair of Jordans. I needed shoes for going back to school. So my mom took me and my sister to get some shoes, and when we got there, I seen the shoes sitting on the wall, and I was just looking at them, and I said, Mom, I have to have them. This is the start of a shoe addiction. Now I have too many to count. I didn't know how a big part of my life shoes would be back then. Now I work in a shoe store. I love helping people find shoes that they love as much as that first pair of Jordans that I begged my mom to buy. That's when I knew that shoes would be a big part of my life.
In school, I always took the easy route. I didn't care and didn't really try. I had a disability and I saw that as a disadvantage, which made me not want to try. When I was almost done with my freshman year of high school, I had a conversation with my mom, and she told me that I almost got held back in sixth grade because I wasn't trying. I started to realize that school was important and I needed to take it seriously for my future, and so I can do well in life. In school, I wanted to do certain things like taking a math class or taking a Spanish class, and teachers kept telling me it was too hard and they didn't believe in me. It makes me upset and it's made me want to work harder. When you have a disability, you are not allowed to graduate with a diploma. Instead, you get a high school certificate. That wasn't enough for me. And worse, people told me that I needed a high school diploma to get a better job. Right after high school, I signed up for a dog basic class so I could get into a GD program. One day, someone told my mom about there was a new college diploma program called Success at UMBC. She signed me up, but she didn't tell me until after I got an interview, and 3 days later I got accepted and I was happy. I'm now a sophomore in the Success program and pursuing my GED. I think both of these really helped me in my future. Education is important. Even though you have a disability, you can still do anything that you want to do.
I'm a shy person and I'm quiet. When I'm around a lot of people, I get very nervous. When it comes down to meeting new people and when I go places, my mom and grandma think I cannot speak up, but I can. When I first started school, when I was a little girl, I had to take a Bonnie toy with me for me to talk to teachers. People always ask me, why am I so quiet? I always speak low. Sometimes it's hard for me to talk around others. My mom always say, you need to talk up so people can hear you, especially when you go to interviews, because that is important, because you want to get a job that way. I have to start to speak up when I learn to talk to people. In my teens, I was bad. I was in middle school. I would get into trouble and get suspended from school because I was loud. When I got into high school, it got worse. I was like a troublemaker. I did so much stuff that got into trouble, but I always was a quiet person and shy. I talk when I felt like it, and I tried to say what's on my mind, but it's hard. When I came to the Success program, I was shy, very shy. I didn't know anybody,
but I started to talk to some people, and I got to know them and became kind of talkative. I am not that shy. I can talk for myself. I am always had people talk for me. Sometimes that always not a good thing because people think I could not talk. I always have something to say. My family told me to speak up and stop being shy.
My brother Paul is my other brother. They are four of us and your Billy. My sister Elizabeth is oldest. The next is Paul, then Mark, and I am August and my family. I went to tell you about Paul. Paul was anyway to leave the army. Now he was in the grade. He would story about being a soldier. He went to West Point to get ready to be a soldier. After Paul went to West Point, he got married to Nicole. He got married in August 2012. I was a freshman in the valley and were talks at eating with, and I like to dance and storytelling. Paul left the stand. He went to a heavy to base called Samak. It's a small base. He got shot at Paul's and said that he lived being a soldier, but he missed home. We pay for Paul and the soldier. Paul came home in our house. Last past week, he had a special dinner for him. And sister, I am so glad that Paul is home and he is safe. God bless America.